Guys, welcome back to Bronx Porch Homestead, and I'm Elizabeth. Today's one of those days where I'm indoors and I'm doing a little bit of this and that I don't normally get to do when I have to be outside. So I am actually playing around with my snake plant. This is a plant that I purchased for my dad when he was alive years ago, and I kept it in his room for many reasons. It's great to have a snake plant in your bedroom, and so after I read all of its benefits, I decided that I was going to have that snake plant there for him. However, since about a couple of years ago, he did pass on, and I kept the snake plant, but it's been a while since I've given it some TLC. So I decided that I was going to clean it up and make even more snake plants with the cuttings. So the cuttings, the first pot I filled up with soil. I also put the old soil in, the one that they were growing in as well, and I mixed it together. This is potting mix, by the way. And then I took the plants that had the roots already on it, and those I put in, and I cut the top, and now I'm cutting the top in pieces as I have been taught, which is to cut them and then to put those pieces into the soil. So I do have more potting soil. Where is it? Oh, knew I had potting soil somewhere. So I'm going to put the potting mix into this pretty planter. I love planters, by the way. You know, one thing about the plants that I have indoors is that they don't all survive. And I've had more plants die on me indoors than I would want to admit. And that's because I don't take care of them too well. I forget to water them. I water them inconsistently. And so that's why they don't really last on me too long. I hear my name being called. Did you call me?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
Call Aisha, but she needs to ask you a question about the color.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will. Alrighty. Okay, that's real life calling. Okay, so one of my community friends is asking for me to call them back, so I'll do that in a few minutes. I'm going to put almost to the top of potting mix into this pretty planter. I do want to keep this snake plant. It has sentimental value for me. You know, I've had other plants, house plants die on me, and I've just composted them. I figured I'm just putting it back into earth, right? So it's really not a big deal. But this one is a little bit different for me because this one was living in my dad's room when I was taking care of him for a couple of years. And so now I don't want it to die as well, you know. It's nice fluffy soil. Okay, so I have now the scissors, and I'm going to cut them and show you how I cut them. Okay. I got to close the door because I have my daughter's dog is running around all over the place. So when I cut them, see, I cut them like that. And then I take the cup piece and I put that in the soil. Just dig it in. I'll water it and I'll check up on it next month. Not in a few weeks, but next month. I've done it this way before and it has worked. This one I'm not going to put in because it's split and it's on the side. It's just no good. So now I'm going to get 2 planters out of this. One of them is definitely going to go in my bedroom. And the other one I think I'll put in a guest room. Again, I'm just cutting it in pieces. I can cut them smaller, depending on how many plants I want. But in this case, I just want to fill these 2 up. So I'll cut according to what fits in here. And there you go. See? And I'll water it. Look nice on the table. Ooh, it's the next day, and we have 100% of rain showers. It has not stopped raining since last night. Okay, taking a quick peek here at the backyard. I did open up the curtain for the hens back there, but they're not getting rain in there because it's all underneath the trees and they have a nice covering. The rabbits, I'm not going to remove the tarp. So I know it's a little dark in there, but hey, it's just for, a day. I hope tomorrow it'll be better. I'm hearing rain like from the gutter. Wouldn't that be great to collect as rainwater? Yeah, I hear that. It's coming down here somewhere. It's hard to collect rainwater here because this pipe is where the rain comes down and it goes goes into the wall. And I guess it goes out into the sidewalk outside. Well, you can see how much rain is coming down. Look how filled that tray is. I guess it would have helped if I would have put away those cushions, huh? I guess I could do a few things around the house, being that it's so rainy. Let's take a look outside here. Yeah, there goes all that pink snow. All those flowers are coming down. All the pretty pink petals are coming down from the bonsai tree. It's so beautiful out here, even though it's wet. That's my cabbage. David removed the netting off of the cabbage. Look how big those leaves are. Those bushes that you see over there, those are new. We're planting that out onto the parkland. And there's my planter tricycle. Okay, well, on a rainy, cold, raw day, the day before Mother's Day, I might as well do some work around here. We're down in the basement and a lot of the seedlings, as you can see, are gone. So I did plant a couple of more tomatoes because we've been struggling with them. So I needed backup, and now I think these are perfect to transplant out into these guys here. See? Into these pots. So these are actually doing well. These are, what are these? These are melons. The melons are doing good. So a little bit at a time. It's been a slow start to the gardening season here in the Bronx. And I'm kind of disappointed in a way. It's the first year that I'm really organized with the garden stuff, since it's been a couple of years since, by trial and error, you know, I've been planting food, flowers, trying to live more simple, and I've gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with it, and and this year is just, I don't know, I wish I was out there a little bit more. So okay, let's transplant out some tomatoes. I want to show you today, there's also a couple little things too that I need to do today. Like I got to get those chicks off the table in the dining room. That's another thing I like about doing tasks like these, because I also think about other things as I'm doing these kinds of activities. Okay, this is the tomato brandy wine, and this was put in April 23rd. They are really doing excellent. They're a little leggy, but that's okay. We're going to put them in here, and then we're going to bring them down. These are perfect now. So if I were to, let's see, if I were to remove these out. See, I didn't want to water them too much. Look at that. I just yanked it out. Pretty strong. So I'm going to plant these into fairly new pots. So I bought these pots. I bought more pots. You can never have too many of these. Just also want to show you a cool product. I haven't yet shared products that I've purchased. I haven't put any links on any of the videos. I haven't really expanded on the descriptions. Eventually I'll get there. But right now I'm having fun doing these, even if I have 1 or 2 viewers. It helps me think things through too. And the other thing is, my daughters get to watch this one day, you know, many years from now, which is, I think, is nice. It's telling stories through video. This is awesome. I love this. Look at that. That is clear, and they're not that sturdy, you know, see? But if you're careful with them, you can keep them for a while. But I love these because these are clear, and you can really see the roots on the side, which I think is fantastic, you know. They come in these little green containers, right? You put the water in. They come with this piece here, and then it's like the black ones that I ordered a while ago. And then this goes in, snaps in, and again it has the holes on the top. See that? So that you can open and close. I love that. And then these come with some serious thick labels, which I prefer them better than those tiny ones, because I'll show you. See, this is the one, the brandy one I was telling you. Look how much I can get in there writing, right? Tomato, I can put everything in there. And then I put it down, and I put it in the cell pack at the very edge, and look at that. That is so cool. The little things that I get excited about. And then when you cover it, you can still see that. That's awesome. I'll probably get a few more of these. So I'm going to send these down with David to PR, to Puerto Rico, when he goes the next time. So this way he has these already. They come in a small box. There's about 10 of them. But he can pack these away. I did last night check out some seeds that are heirloom to the area where David has his house in Puerto Rico. So I'm going to buy them for him and surprise him with the packets. And then this way he'll take the packets with him. He'll take this with him. He'll take the cell packs with him. And then he can start seeding them over there so that by the time I get there I think in September, that's what we're planning for, is me to go back in September for a month. And at least they'll be growing. You know, they would be already germinating by the time I get there, and then we can, you know, plant them out. So I think that's how we're going to plant it. But yeah, I found peppers that are, some of them are heirloom to the area. Also, I found an eggplant. I love eggplant. So I found an eggplant called Rosita. And that is an heirloom to the island. So I ended up getting 2 packages of that because I love eggplant. And I substituted for, you know, like if I'm going to have chicken or any other meat, I like the eggplant because it's a little bit more solid. And yes, eggplant are part of the nightshades, and they say that nightshades are not good for arthritis and, you know, for your joints. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. I love it, and it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to, you know, to make. I'll just balance it off with some other things that help, you know, arthritis and joints. I have to think that way because I do get pain in my hands and my knees. All right, so that's a lot of rambling. All right, so let me transplant these little guys. So the other ones that I'm about to do now are called the tomato yellow brandy wine. And so these are going to be yellow tomatoes. And on this one, only about 4 germinated out of the 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. So 4 is good. I'll probably keep 1 myself or 2. And then I'll donate 1 to the keeper's house. And we have another community garden that we're installing over at Pelham Gardens in the Bronx. And so I'll probably also donate 1 of these over there as well. So we're about to do the tomato yellow brandy wine. Okay, so the 4 of them I already transplanted. So I also want to let you know that I poured the soil that was in here, which was not seed starting soil. It was just regular potting soil that I had a mix. And I didn't want to use the seed starting soil and open up another bag. I figured, you know what, let me try it with this. As I said, this is just a backup to what we have already. So I want to see how the potting soil does as well. So there are 4 of the tomato yellow brandy wine. I also want to mention these are indeterminate tomatoes. So there are 2 types of tomatoes. There's determinate tomatoes and there's indeterminate. The determinate ones, for me, when I plant them, it's more like a shrub and they only go up to a certain height and that's it, which is good if you have small space. If you have vertical space up though, and you can keep going, then these are indeterminate tomatoes. It means that you can keep it'll keep going up as long as you keep giving it support. So that's what's nice about the indeterminate. Plus you have more varieties. I noticed that when I order tomatoes, the indeterminate has a lot more varieties. And there are varieties that you don't see in the grocery store or in the supermarket. You know, in the farmer's market, yes, because they like to do unique things so that you can purchase it. But in this case, yeah, I wanted to do the indeterminate this year, and so far we're off to a very good start. Alrighty, so I finished the transplanting as I had said, and continuing on with my day, I am filling up my gallons of empty containers of milk that we use for coffee with water. So if you're wondering how is it that I water all those seedlings in the back, it's because we do have jugs of water that we fill up. You know, it's funny because the other day as I'm filling this up, we're saying, why don't we just attach a small hose to the connection that we have here, and then this way we can just water directly. But we got to get a small hose. Until then, I have a little hose that's connected to the water source here. I'll show you that in a minute. And then we use it. So I'll show you, see? See, and then that goes outside. So, but it would be better to connect the hose. I share that with you in case you know, you have an issue with watering in your area. Try to you know, look at what resources you have and then get creative. But yeah, next on the shopping list is probably going to be a small hose, because then this way we can just hose directly. And being that we're going to continue to grow food and you know, have our seedlings here, we do need to have a little bit more conveniences. Well guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, only because after I fill up all these gallons of water, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna enjoy the rain outside, and I look forward to Mother's Day. So I do have two beautiful flowers, my two daughters, that I am looking forward to spending time with. So if anyone is out there looking at this video and you're a mom, or you have taken care of someone, happy Mother's Day to you. Until the next time.
Okay, yeah. No, that's not right. Is it? No. It's this. Without, is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Third string or second string? Third string, okay. Without a dream in my heart. Without a love of my own. No, say this. Without a love of my own.